All right, let me take you through my budget 2009 Mini Cooper Clubman S. I bought it with 139,000 miles on it. Timing chain had broken, and so the engine was shot. I got it cheap, fixed the timing chain, replaced a whole bunch of other stuff, got it running. Awesome, great deal, cheap car, no problems. Fast forward about a year later, and here it sits with problems. So, how to get here? Well, so the first problem that came up was the high pressure fuel pump went out. That's a nice $600 part. So replaced that, replaced the spark plugs, ran great for about a week and a half, and then died. Pulled the head off to check timing, or pulled the valve cover off to check timing. Timing was bad. It was out of time, and then no compression. So I took the head off, and one of the exhaust valves had broken. So I had all the exhaust valves replaced, or all the valves replaced, the head redone, put everything in, new head gasket, new valve cover gasket, put everything back together, and it wouldn't crank, it wouldn't start. So trying to figure out what's going on. So finally I sent all the electrical stuff to a buddy of mine. I sent the ECU to him. I sent the JBE, the fuse box. I sent the CAS, or the I don't know what it talks to the key to make sure it can start. I sent the footwell module, thinking that there's some electrical problem in here, and lo and behold, no electrical problem. All the testing came back great. So I had taken the intake off, and I checked all the plugs, connections, to make sure I had everything connected correctly, that I didn't, make some bonehead error and forget to connect something. Everything was connected. So I got everything back, as you can see, sitting in the box. So I'm getting ready to put everything back together again. I've already got the ECU in here, and I'm getting ready to hook all the intake stuff back up together again. The air box and all that jazz. Getting ready to hook everything back up and then try to start it. I'm anticipating that it won't start. I have ordered, actually it's not in here, I need it, a new relay. So this relay is for on the fuse panel, or the reader right here, just shows the engine, the lightning or a bolt through it. Really doesn't help you out much, but that particular relay is to make sure that that it's communicating, that it can start up. So I've ordered a brand new one to make sure that isn't it, which, knock on wood, I hope it's not, but we'll see. So once I get that ordered and put in, we'll see if we can get this thing up and running. But I tell you what, this budget, quote unquote budget car that I bought for $250, I'm sitting at about $5 grand into it right now, with all new brakes. I had to replace the transmission. Just one thing after another. When the car runs, fantastic, super fun to drive, handles great, plenty of power. They're all positive things when it's running. When it's not running, wah, wah. This thing's expensive and a pain in the rear to fix. Oh, also learned, when you're doing this kind of work, disconnect negative and positive battery terminals. When you get everything back together, hook up the positive first and then hook up the negative. Make sure all the doors are shut. Make sure that no grounds are loose. Very temperamental when it comes to the electrical system with this particular car. So anyway, I thought I'd give a rundown and an update as to where I'm at with this thing, and I will follow up once I get everything put back together. One more thing, let me show you the interior. So the footwell module lives down there, not too bad. So here's the dash, everything completely taken apart, because that CAS module lives right here. And you have to take all of this apart to get to it. And take your secret compartment out, glove box down, multiple screws had to come out. The housing had to come out for this. I'm gonna look into these things too, see if I can somehow tighten these up while this is apart, but I don't think so. Obviously, the tack, came off. Really kind of and then your JBE goes, your foot goes down there. That's where inside electrical panel goes. So I'll put that back, obviously. But I tell you, this was a pain in the rear to get apart. And putting it back together, I imagine, is going to be no fun at all. I gotta come off. Those had to come off. Apparently that's airbag, so I'm gonna be careful with that there. But anyway, thought you'd like to see what you have to do to get that out. Ugh.